All right, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. I know I've been MIA from the channel for a while, but it was pretty hectic the couple of weeks leading up to the holiday break. And so I need to kind of deal with that. And I was planning on doing a lot of catch up during the holiday break as well, but I decided instead to do some self care during that time, catch up on some games and some other stuff I was behind on, catch up on my sleep. But hopefully we're going to make up for that. I'm going to try to get caught up on all the Shonen Jump stuff and a couple of volumes of Yona over the next couple of days. So look forward to that. I've also bought some copies of Battle Angel Alita Mars Chronicle. So hopefully I'll be able to start that read through sometime in the new year. It's probably going to be closer to February as kind of an estimate. So yeah, look forward to an announcement closer to that date regarding that. But yeah, it's good to be back. Hopefully I haven't fallen too far behind on some stuff. But let's get straight into it with Kaiju No.8, Chapter 76 by Naoya Matsumoto, with translation by David Evelyn and lettering by Brandon Bovia. And we pick up where we left off last time with Kafka all proud of his girlfriend going, "This is the might of Mina Ashiro. The Defense Force's strongest." And she just does ka-chink. Super giant class kaiju killer. She just blows up another one of the giant kaiju. And you have the guy next to Keiji going, she's superb. And Keiji's like, against giants, she's stronger than Narumi. Larger kaiju weapons require greater quantity and variety of kaiju tissues. Unless you draw out all its power to high enough level, the weapon will not only lose range and force, it also won't be able to pierce a kaiju shield. Nice. And the only one with that level of capability in all of Japan, no, in the entire world, is her. In fact, if we had her giant class disposal abilities back during the Number 6 Cataclysm, we likely could have mitigated damage to under a third of what we incurred. Holy shit. That is high praise. You have one target remaining. Cannon body erosion at stage 2. One shot remaining until unit replacement. And Mina just goes, not an issue. Load next round. I will take it down. And you have Shinonome platoon, Tachibana platoon, Makajima platoon. On Captain Ashiro's next shot, we rush the Supergiant's emergence area. Prioritize securing civilians. Like, don't waste this chance. And you have a wee as the railgun just starts charging. You have next round loaded. Now calculating. T-minus 3, 2, and you see, just kind of closing her eyes and concentrating as she opens it on the count of 1. And you have a fire! And you see as the shot gets sent off, flying. And you see the last kaiju kind of just looking and confused, and there's like a little indent in his chest, and he's like, what the hell is that? And it just gets obliterated and blown apart. And you have, Captain Ashura has destroyed all targets. You have, move in, we're clearing the area. And you have Kafka just going, hell yeah! How do you like them apples, kaiju? That's what the vice captain of the Kafka Corps, Mina Ashiro, is made of. And you have, I cannot remember what Blonde Streak girl's name is. What she's like, Kafka Corps? He's like, oh crap, I still have my radio on. You have, quit goofing around and protect the citizens we guided to the point I just sent you. It's like, Roger, and you see Kafka just kind of running off, all still part of his girlfriend. Have Alpha Zone and Delta Zone reported clear. Conditions are improving in the Oizumi area zone by zone. More reports coming in of areas being cleared from all over Tokyo. We might be able to get everything under control at this rate. And you see Kikoru and Narumi thinking, no, not yet. There's no way that a cataclysm caused by Number 9 would come to such a middling end. And you have Eiji going, also, it's odd. Are these kaiju really targeting humanity's essential facilities? If they are, they don't seem to be putting any stock into destroying anything. He's like, yeah, they're definitely after something else. And you see Number 9 just standing on this metal girder as he has clamped like a little bell between his fingers. You have Number 8 not showing up is surprising. But now nearly all the pieces are on the board. And you have a glip and you have water. Why is it suddenly, as you see some of these shock troops on the street, looking in surprises like the sewers all just bubble up with water coming flooding in. And you have what? You have beep, 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 beep. It's like Daikaiju reading in Sumida Ward. And you have Narumi standing there. Something's kind of forcing its way up from underground. You have making its move, huh? Oh, shit, yes. And you see, anyone that's seen Prometheus, remember the aliens had like the dome, like spiked, like the pointed domed head? That kaiju pops out of the ground next to Narumi. And you have estimated fortitude 9! That's on par with number 10! And you have Narumi going, they're after me, I see. And Picoro was like, hey, Master Moron, there's no one here too. And you see Dark Hikaru standing there, staring down at her. Jeff, reporting in! Nice! And you see another one with Hoshina with like the twin, like the giant tail, like the twin horns. Jeff, Daikaiju readings detected in Tachikawa and Oizumi. It can't be. All the kaiju are over fortitude 9. They're identified kaiju class. Yes. Oh, shit. Jeff, kaiju number 11 is like the spiky blind one that's facing off against Narumi. You have kaiju number 12, which I assume is the one facing off against Hoshina. It's got the exact same kind of like eye slit and face as number 10. So I wonder if it's like a sibling of number 10 or like they're related somehow. And you have kaiju number 13 is like this colossal titan looking mofo. And then kaiju number 14 is like the black block with the triple heads on it. Nice. And you see the goth Kikoru one going, Kikoru Shinomiya. It's like, I found you. As it transforms, you have kaiju number 15. You have episode 8, the second wave. Oh, yes. All right. Feels like it was a longer chapter, but it was very action-packed, so it kind of blazed by really quickly. So I guess some quick thoughts, and this will be the last one, I guess, for Kaiju number 8 for this year. The anime preview come out recently? I feel like the anime preview came out recently, but the next year is going to be a good year for Kaiju. The anime is coming out. We're heading into what I think is going to be a bomb arc. So looking forward to all of that. So appreciate the fact that Mina's just like effortlessly taking out all these giant kaiju, and she's just getting like praise thrown at her from all ends, and rightfully so, because she's just, managed to master the equipment to like a level no one else has. And again, I love the fact that Kafka is just like so proud of her, and he's like being a little cheerleader. He's like, yeah, look at her go, she's so great. Like, I just love seeing like that kind of supportive relationship that they have, where, Kafka just kind of like looks up to her, like wants to, is amazed by her talent, and like wants to live up to her potential as well. So really, really love those scenes. I also still love the Kafka not relying on his radios. I mean, like, that's the vice captain of the Kafka Corps. And everyone's just kind of like, starting like all the wheels are turning. Like, what's the relationship like? So really love that part. But I appreciate the fact that we're seeing that number 9 is making a move. He's sending out all the big players. So I'm guessing like we'll only see either flashes of these battles. Maybe we'll only get like 1 or 2 going to completion, but I don't think we're going to get like full-on brawls just yet. I think this is kind of number 8 just testing the waters, so to speak, because the water was like bubbling up. But I think he's wanted to see, because again, like they mentioned, like they haven't attacked like any of the essential human facilities. So this to me feels like number 8 kind of sending out feelers to see what the unit's response time is to cataclysmic events, how they send out the troops out, like how they form up, things like that. So I think he's taking all that into account to try to figure out like what the best way to kind of cripple the infrastructure would be. So I guess we'll see if that's what's going on right here or not, because we still don't know much or even know anything about the kaiju and like what their goals are, if they have a society, anything like that. So I'm curious if we're going to expand on that and see, like, get a little bit more insight into that specifically. But I love that all the kaiju we saw like all the chapters ago are now coming back into play, and we're going to get a glimpse of all their abilities. The fact that it seems like all of them have been sent out to kind of test the top brass, so to speak. Makes me wonder if we're going to see, because we did see that we were told that there were other users who were compatible with some of the other numbers weapons. So I wonder if this is going to be our first kind of formal introduction to them, because there is, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So with Hoshina, Kikoru, Narumi, and Kafka, that's 4. So unless Mina's taken on the 5th one, I might potentially see one of the other numbers weapons users coming out to play as well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But yeah, very excited. Exceptional chapter. Looking forward to where this arc is going. So like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I will hopefully get caught up with Shonen Jump stuff this weekend. I'll hopefully maybe have a channel update out as well. As always, if you like my content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until the new year, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.